Guys, these are some of the most stunning homes that we've ever seen, and today we are taking you through this project. The home that you see right behind me, as well as the home right beside that, those are the two homes that we're going to be taking you through, and we're going to be sharing all the information that you need to know about this project, and including at the very end, we're going to be sharing all the prices and the crazy, absolutely insane incentives that they're doing right now. This is absolutely one that you don't want to miss. Make sure you check it out all the way through. That second home has everything that you could dream of, whether it's a super tall ceilings, the absolutely massive living room, the backyard, walkout from the basement, everything that you can think of, I can assure you that house definitely has, so make sure you stay tuned. This is an exciting one, so let's get to it right now. All right guys, so this is the first home that we're going to take you through. Right over here, the next home is going to be right beside. And like we mentioned, super excited to take you guys through these two completely different floor plans today. This one in particular, the floor plan is something that you really don't see anymore. And we're gonna get into the details of this home, as well as the next one, which that one has one of the most amazing primary bedrooms that I have ever seen. But first off, this home is a rancher style home. Yes, you heard that right. It is a brand new home, but it is going to be rancher style. So this main level is just one level, but then on top of that, you have a full finished basement. So we're gonna get into all of that as we walk through this home. But first, right when you come in and you walk to the right here, you have a family room that they have set up as a bit of a reading room. Maybe you can have a couple drinks, have a cup of coffee here in the morning. But this is really, in a way, it's a flex space that you can do whatever you want with it. If you want to turn this into a home office, potentially, you can definitely do that. And just to give you a bit of the numbers of this home, this will be a 2 to 6 bedroom home with 2.5 to 4.5 bathrooms and 3,747 square feet in its interior. So it is definitely a spacious home spread across 2 levels. So per level, it's going to be, it's going to feel absolutely massive. So there you have your powder room as well as your closet as you walk into the front door. And the very cool thing about this rancher style home is that you do have a bedroom here on the main level. So for example, if you have parents who are, getting up there in age and want to be able to live in a home that you don't have to, constantly go up and down stairs, this will be an absolutely amazing fit for that. So you have the ensuite in here with your tub, and this, this is a great size bedroom. You can definitely use this as your primary, as your main one if you want to be up here. But as you'll see later on when we go down to the basement, outside of the actual legal suite that is part of this home as well, you will have an additional bedroom down there for this main owner's use. But if we keep walking along, this is going to get you into what I would say is the star of this home. So that's going to be, of course, the dining and living room. We're gonna walk you through that. But first, if you take a step in here on the right, this is the designated primary room of this home. And once you walk in here, I hope you can feel how spacious it is. And a big part of that is because, of course, of the vaulted ceilings. They got a king size bed in here, bedside tables on both sides with a dresser over here, and you still feel like you have a bunch of space. So this is an extremely unique room. Also because if you take a look to the left here, you have doors that'll lead you right outside into your backyard. Isn't that neat? This is a floor plan that really you really don't find anymore. You don't see in any, especially of these new homes that they're building these days. So it's nice to, in a way, get back the olden day style into a brand new build. So that will be, of course, an outdoor space that you can do some barbecuing, you can eat out here with your family, and you have a pretty generous amount of yard space, I should say, back here in the back. Maybe they need to patch up the grass a little bit over there. But then let me make sure I show you right around here as well. So all the lots in these homes, they're very similar in size. They range from 7,000 to 8,000 square foot lots in this entire project. And then the actual home size, it varies depending on which floor plan, of course. And we're gonna get into the details and specifics of some of the different floor plans that are not going to be covered today through the tour. So we're gonna be showing you some other floor plans that are excluding the two homes that we'll actually be taking you through, just so you get a full idea and picture of some of the other available homes in this project. And like we mentioned at the very end, we're going to go through some of the incentives that they're offering, which they are absolutely insane. We don't see any projects doing this right now, so very excited to go through that with you guys. But here, in a way, this almost looks like its own room because this is a whole walk-in closet, but it almost feels like a room. That's how deep it is. Plenty of space over there. But now, as we come into this primary living space, this is where you'll be spending most of the time. I really, really like the layout of this space because everything is integrated together, but you also have a bit of separation. So if we sit down here, plenty of space and distance between the couch and the TV. You've got some massive windows on the left over there. Let in some light. And then right behind there, you have your beautiful kitchen. And I really, really like the color tone that they've used. Very, very light in terms of, white all around, simplistic look with the black handles. And back here, I'll take you through this before we go through the rest of the main level. So here you have linen closet. And I really like how a lot of these Foxridge homes, as well as some of the new single family homes, they have this area here, right as you come in from your side-by-side 2-car garage. You can have this space to store some of your shoes, hang some of your coats, and most importantly, have a little place to sit. So if you got kids, they're coming home from playing outside, their shoes are dirty, they can sit down there. These floors are easy to clean, so I absolutely really, really appreciate this area. And then when you turn around, here you have a full-size washer and dryer room, side-by-side laundry with a counter on top and a sink. If you've been on this channel before, this is what we like to see. This is the most ideal washer and dryer laundry room that we can ask for when we can safely and confidently tick all those boxes. So now coming back here, and also I want to note you can close this door so you have complete separation. Maybe the laundry is running and maybe the washer or dryer is running and you don't want to hear the noise. You can definitely close the door over there. You have a bit of a wet bar here. Personally, I would probably set up this as the coffee table. You can put your machine over there. Coffee is important for a lot of us, I know, so you definitely could use some space for that. But here, another fully designated room just for its pantry. So look at that, it's absolutely massive. Just like this home, you definitely don't have to worry about not having enough space to put all of your food. Now I'll just take a second, let you guys appreciate this absolutely gorgeous kitchen. You got your six burner stove over here. Looks great. And you do have under cabinet lighting, which that's a touch that a lot of people might overlook. But I'll tell you, in person, when you have that, it gives it a very warm feel, especially at night, and added light, of course. Now this island is huge, just like a lot of the other Foxridge homes. And again, I really like the color choice that they've made with the white and the black. Now over here, you have another wet bar, it looks like. And this one has a little drink fridge over there. Very smart design. And it's completely own designated dining room. Again, just take a second to appreciate how much natural light you're getting in, because everywhere you look, you're going to be greeted with some large windows. There you have it, guys. Okay, so let's take a walk downstairs to the basement, and make sure you stick around, guys. I really wanna make sure you get a chance to check out the next unit that we're taking you through. It is a completely different layout, 3-level, more traditional in the sense of what Foxridge is putting out right now. But one thing, as we're just walking through, notice how wide these stairs are. Maybe it's hard to tell on camera, but I'll tell you, they are not your normal size staircase, in the sense of if I were to put my foot, normally it might end over there, but this one is extremely wide. So, just adding to the massive feel and space of this home. But if we come down here, you'll see you have your #1 bedroom. This is still part of the living space for the main owners. That's given if you do want to have tenants in here, or you want to use the legal suite for for your in-laws or something like that, this is still part of the main home. And then if we look to the left, more closet space, of course. That's one thing that you're definitely not going to lack in this home. And a little bit of storage space here. Probably don't want to store too much stuff. Got your on-demand heater over there. And then if we go in here, this will be the shared bathroom down here. Bedroom number 2. This one's very, I would say in size, almost identical to the other bedroom down here. So you have 2 very similar sized bedrooms. And personally, I would use the primary bedroom upstairs. That one is just absolutely stunning if you were the main owner, but of course I can understand too, some people might want a little bit more quiet and have its own piece down here in the basement. Don't blame either of you. And then I want you to notice that this door over here, this is a heavy duty door. It's a different door because this is a completely different space. We're entering now into the legal suite down here in the basement. So let me turn on some of these lights. So this is a 2-bedroom legal suite with a full-on kitchen, which we'll get to, but this will be the first bedroom down here. For a suite, this is a great sized bedroom. So if you want a mortgage helper to rent this out to help with some cash flow or to help out with your mortgage, this will be, you know, a tremendous opportunity to do that. And as you know, if you've seen any of the other Foxridge projects, this is something that they always like to have is an option for these legal suites down here in the basement. And I don't know if you noticed, but I think 3 or all of these bedrooms actually have a window on it. So that's nice, even though you're down here in the basement, you get a little bit of light exposure coming in. So this will be the shared bathroom down here, and then a good sized closet. This is almost the size of some of the walk-in closets you'll see in apartments nowadays. And then now here, this is, you know, it's a hallway, but it's nice and wide. So maybe you can set it up like they did in the sense of putting a desk here to do some work. But now entering into the main living space. I'll tell you the square footage down here so you can have a better understanding of it. So this one is going to be 1,800 square feet down here, as well as 1,800 square feet up top. So very similar in size, and of course to be legal, you need a completely separate entrance. If you want tenants in here, they can come in and out of their part of the home without ever bugging you or making any noise so that you're disturbed. This is a completely separate space. So you got a good sized living room, and then of course the kitchen. Not quite as nice, of course, as the one up top in the main level, but you know, plenty of good use. You have everything that you need in here, and they're able to throw in a pantry. So for those tenants that are looking for more of a more private space, they don't want to be renting a condo, you know, this is a great substitute for that. So there you have it, guys. That is the first home that we're going to take you through. And now we're gonna jump right on to the next home that we're taking you through, and make sure you stay all the way to the end because we're gonna get into the incentives, pricing, different floor plans, everything you need to know in regards to this project. And we're also, during the next home, we're gonna tell you a little bit more about the neighborhood so you get a better sense of the lifestyle and some of the amenities and conveniences that you get with this project. So let's get into that right now. All right, guys, we're going to get into the second home that we'll be showcasing you today. This is their second show home that is fully finished and staged. As we're walking in, this will be their 3-level floor plan with 3 to 6 bedrooms, 3.5 to 5.5 bathrooms, and 4,236 square feet in its interior. So absolutely massive home. So many amazing aspects of this home that we'll be covering and walking you through, including, but not limited to, the beautiful kitchen living room that you'll see, the walkout basement. They even put in a little mini golf area out there in the backyard. And of course, what Foxridge is in a way known for will be their potential optional basement suite. So we're going to get into all the details of that. Make sure you guys don't miss any of that. As well, we're going to cover some of the aspects, highlights of this neighborhood and this location, so you have an idea of not just what this home is like, the street even, but what this neighborhood, this area, the amenities, the daily conveniences, the lifestyle, what that would be if you were to live in the Brookswood neighborhood here in Langley. So first off, before we go any further along and start talking about all the aspects of this home, I want to mention if you are interested in this particular project, or you're interested in a similar home to this one in the Metro Vancouver area, go ahead and reach out to us. We get people calling us, texting us all the time, helping them with their move, whether that's within BC, they're upsizing, downsizing, purchasing their first home, or they are relocating from the US, another part of the world, or another province in Canada. We love meeting all of you and talking through your situation and being a resource and a value. So go ahead, contact information will be up there. Just reach out to us and we would love to be able to help you and assist you in this journey to make it a smooth move. But going along, I want to first start off by mentioning some of the daily amenities, conveniences that you will have in this Brookswood neighborhood. You are a little further in down south into Langley, a more quiet area. There's a lot of space and nature out here. And first off, I guess we'll start with the education. That's always at the top of the list for families that have kids, is the concern of schools nearby. So the catchment for this project will be Noel Booth Elementary School. For secondary school, it's going to be Brookswood Secondary School, and of course KPU, which is Kwantlen Polytechnic University. That will be a bit of a drive away, still in Langley, further up north, closer to downtown Langley, but still very much within reach. So those are the education, schools nearby. And then in terms of shopping, you have Brookswood Village Strip Mall, not too far away. You have Willowbrook Shopping Center, you have Superstore, Costco, Safeway, you have Langley Memorial Hospital. So all that within, a 5 to 10 minutes max drive from this project. And you have a bunch of entertainment nearby as well. You have the George Preston Recreation Center, you have Langley Golf and Banquet Center, Newlands Golf and Country Club if you're into that. You have Cascades Casino, Hazelmere Golf and Tennis Club. So a lot of entertainment, whether it's shopping or sports, whatever it is that you're looking for nearby to this location. So even if you're a little bit further out, further south into Langley, don't worry, there's a bunch of convenience, like we mentioned, nearby, including of course restaurants, which we're not going to list off all of them, but you do have some of your big names and some local restaurants nearby as well. And on the note of nature, you have a lot of parks as well, whether that's the Dale Ball Passive Park, Bell Park, Noel Booth Community Park, Brookswood Park, you name it. There are a lot of options for parks and trails nearby. So if you're an outdoorsy kind of person, you'll definitely enjoy that. Now, we just covered a bit of the backyard. I hope you enjoyed seeing that putting green back there in the back. Could be an amazing spot to hang out with the family. And as we're going down to the basement, I do want to mention a couple of things. The first one being, of course, Foxridge. They are known for having potential legal basement suites if you would like to do that. So if you don't, you can leave it more spacious, more of a kids area, maybe turn it into a games room, a theater, or just a flex space that you can hang out with your family down there in the basement. Or if you would like, you could put in, they are able to put in some walls down there and have 2 more bedrooms in the secondary suite down there in the basement, as well as putting in a kitchen right along the side over there that the camera is facing right now. So completely up to you if you want to have some rental income coming in, or you want to be able to host some more additional guests or your in-laws. It's completely up to you. That's a good thing about Foxridge, is that you can customize it to the liking of your lifestyle. And of course, they do have, as you saw, a separate entrance. So if you do put tenants in there, you want to rent it out, they are able to go in and out without ever bothering you, because there's a complete separate entrance. And one of the things that a lot of people appreciate about a project like this would be the walkout basement. Even though you're down there for most of the time below the ground level, having the walkout basement definitely opens up the room, brightens up the room, and it is also just convenient being able to walk out and enjoy the backyard space. And for this one, of course, you can go out there and put some golf balls in the putting green. Now, as we're going upstairs to the top floor, I guess right before we do that, One of the most important things that I absolutely love about this particular unit, of course, will be the ceilings. Just look at how tall these ceilings are. They are 2 stories tall. It feels completely open, really makes the living room feel absolutely massive. It is already good size, but with the ceiling height definitely adds to that effect. And as we're going up here to the top floor, just want to give you an idea of the space that you're looking at. So this upper floor has 1,184 square feet, and it is going to be where 3 of the bedrooms are. This one, of course, is one of their secondary bedrooms. There's going to be 2 secondary bedrooms, and then we'll be showing you the primary bedroom last, which it's absolutely beautiful with 2 completely separate walk-in closets, an amazing ensuite. So we're gonna get right to that in a second. But other than that, this top floor is pretty standard. You have a nice little space right there. As you get up the stairs, you can put some decor, and then a completely separate washer and dryer room like a lot of these Foxridge Homes, single family homes have. Absolutely amazing. And then make sure you stick around to the very end, because like we mentioned, we're going to be showing you some different floor plans. We're going to get into the pricing of this project, and of course the amazing incentive that they are giving out, which this is one that you don't want to miss. We're going to get into all the details of that shortly as we're wrapping up this tour of this home. And comment down below, let me know, which home do you prefer? Do you like the first home that we took you through, the more bungalow style 2-level massive space per level home, or do you like this more traditional 3-level home with the basement walkout? You know, they're completely different in style, so let me know down in the comments which one you prefer. And lastly, as we're walking to this primary bedroom to end, I just want to list off some of the things that comes with this home. So of course, it's almost becoming a must now for a lot of people, even in the Vancouver temperature, is the AC heat pump. So this is a house, of course, you're going to have AC as well as heating through heat pump. You're going to have hardwood floors on the main floor. So they're using, more expensive material, good quality material. You're going to have, like you saw, a completely separate private kitchen, chef's kitchen over there for all you chefs that enjoy that. You're going to have LED designer lighting throughout. You're going to have EV car charger, quartz counters throughout, HRV energy system, barbecue gas line, appliances in the legal suite, triple pane glazed windows. So that is, again, they're using quality products. And then it's going to be the tankless on-demand hot water system. So there you have it, guys. That is a lot to cover, but we're going to jump on the screen now, show you some different floor plans, the pricing, the incentives. So let's get into all that good stuff right now. Wow, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour of those 2 absolutely beautiful homes. And as always, we're going to get into the pricing, the floor plans, and some of the best incentives that they are offering right now to purchasers just like yourselves. So we're going to get into all the information on that. But right before we do that, I want to know, if you are interested in one of these homes, we're not going to bore you with every single floor plan as well as the pricing that comes with all their individual units. So if you are interested in the full layout, pricing, floor plans, full information package of this whole project, go ahead and reach out to us. I'm gonna leave our contact information right up there. You can call us, text us, email us, however you please. And if you're looking for something similar to this project, maybe this one just doesn't quite cut it for you, whether it's the price point, the floor plan, the price, whatever the case may be, we'll be happy to help you with that as well. But now getting into the pricing for this project, the first home that we took you through, that is going to be their Mulberry floor plan with 2 to 6 bedrooms, 2.5 to 4.5 bathrooms, and 3,747 square feet in its interior. So they do still have a couple different units of this floor plan left in the project, and the price point is right around the $2.439 million mark, and that is GST included, because of course this is a brand new home. And then the next unit that we took you through, that will be their 3-level floor plan with 3 to 6 bedrooms, 3.5 to 5.5 bathrooms, with 4,236 square feet in its interior. And again, they do have a couple of these units and they are priced around the $2.539 million mark. Now this project, they have absolutely massive homes sitting on, like I mentioned during the tour, most of them around the 7,000 to 8,000 square foot lot. So, you know, very good size homes on a solid lot. Their largest interior square footage home will be their Ariana floor plan. We're gonna put that on the screen for you to take a look at. That will be their 4 to 7 bedroom home with 3.5 to 5.5 bathrooms with 4,566 square feet in its interior. And that one has a price point of right around $2.509 million. Now, their lowest price home right now is going to be their Parkside floor plan. That will be 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2.5 to 3.5 bathrooms with 3,604 square feet in its interior on a 7,000 square foot lot. And that one has a price of $2.199 million. Now, I know you guys have probably been waiting for the incentives that we're talking about, how crazy their offerings are. So we're going to get into that right now. This is a project that, you know, you're able to write an offer on. This is their list price, but the crazy incentive that they are offering right now gives you potentially the ability to live for free for an entire year. Yes, you heard that right. So let me explain. So what a lot of consumers are facing right now is potentially feeling like the mortgage payment is going to be too much of a burden, especially right away for a project of this price point, or they're dealing with potentially an upsize and it's challenging with the current market to have to time everything and make sure their home sells amidst some of the uncertainty. So this project, what they have done is they have given consumers an option for one of their units. They will be giving out to a buyer the option to receive $6,000 every single month from the developers for an entire year. So that is going to be $6,000 that you can put, whether it's towards the mortgage or if you put in a large amount of down payment, a sufficient amount where that $6,000 will surpass your mortgage, then you will have some money coming in every single month. Of course, all that is dependent on how much you put as a down payment. But that is going to be potentially a very, very intriguing offer for a lot of people who are worried and scared for that first year having to deal with the mortgage. That is an offering that this developer is coming out. It is pretty rare, but some other developers have also put out this idea, this way of offering an incentive. Or of course, you can always deter to a more typical incentive, which is your lump sum at the time of closing. So pretty much a credit on the price to bring the purchase price down instead of the monthly payments for the first year. So those are the incentives for this. If you're interested, again, in any of these homes or a similar type of home in Metro Vancouver, go ahead and reach out to us. We would love to help. And thank you guys for sticking around. As always, we'll link some other projects up there so you can check those out. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.